Is this working? Oh, yeah, it's working. Okay, good. So, hello there. This is the voice of James Brewer, and I'm answering question 6. Yeah, this is my response. What have I learned about technologies from the process of constructing this project? My god, that title is a mouthful. Well, I've learned quite a few things from this project. One of them was the use of a camera. Besides my media work, my camera skill is 0. I have never touched a camera before, true story. So, the camera I used was the Canon XL camera 001. I think that's its name anyway. It's the big, bulky one. There's only 2 of them in the college anyway. Yeah. So, nowadays, they are really old, like, almost ancient, and they still use tapes. Which, for me, is a good thing, because it was a bit simpler than one of the more modern ones, and modern anything I can't use. I'm a technology repellent, I really am. It was, however, necessary to use one of those for another reason other than the simplicity thing, because I needed to manually change the focus at times, leading into focus, out of focus, blah-de-da-de-da, because it's a part of the whole Slenderman fandom. Whenever he's on screen, the technology loses focus and it all goes fuzzy and it resets somewhere else, which happens in my video. But I couldn't go against something like that. I mean, take a look at A Nightmare on Elm Street. When they remade that, they left Freddy, his hat, his shirt, and his claw. Otherwise, it's just not the character without these little iconic things. Anyway, moving quickly on. The mic quality on this camera, though, it's not the best. Especially when it's raining and my video takes place in the rain. You'll understand it if you watch it, at least I hope you've watched it. So, I had to edit my idea a little bit. So, I wouldn't have the teens talking, I would just record their actions, and then 4 or 5 minutes of natural sound in the area. Oh, and when they were doing things like the patty cake thing, I just recorded the sound of them doing it afterwards as well, at as close to the same speed as I could get them to do. It's not exactly accurate, but nobody should know, so we'll keep it secret. Yeah, after filming the background noise, I just put in the regular music I intended to use on top of that. I'll tell you how I made it in a bit. And edit it all together so it fits the action on Final Cut. Oh, and to keep my shots nice and steady, I tried to use a tripod. It didn't really help because, like I said, it was raining and the tripod kept sinking into the mud. And yeah, it didn't exactly work out properly. And on some of the pan shots, when I was trying to spin it around, the tripod kept on getting stuck. A lot more difficult than the instructions make it out to be. So for a few of the pan shots, I had to use my hands. I tried to keep it as steady as possible, but we'll have to make sacrifices in our videos. Yeah. But don't worry, I did clean up the tripod after it sank into the mud. So, yeah, Sally and Cal, you don't need to lose your head over that. Don't worry. But another thing about the rain, something I didn't expect or count on at all, driplets of rain kept on going on the camera lens, and I tried to clean them off, but I didn't notice a lot of it until after I'd already filmed and I was in the middle of editing. So I needed to reshoot a few of the scenes, but it wasn't going to rain again anytime soon, and I couldn't get my actors together on the days when it was raining, so a few of those little shots I just had to cover with titles and hope nobody noticed. Yeah. Anyway, moving on to something a bit happier. Blogger, not too much happier. The bane of my media existence. It's difficult to use, confusing to arrange, but I suppose useful to put together a website. Well, more useful than Google was anyway. YouTube, who isn't already familiar with YouTube. Prezi, new to me, loved it. One of the few things I did love about all this new techno stuff. It's better than PowerPoint, but it's a bit more difficult to get a nice background in, but once you get your head around that, it's all fine. Paint helped me a bit as well, because that was the only way I could save JPEG properly. And Paint. So much better than Photoshop. I don't care what any of you say, Paint is the future. A few parts in my video, like the Precious Productions logo, and a few of the other photos on the blog, they're all done on paint, but Photoshop quality, and at half the time. Take that, Sally Carl. Try to delve apart. iMovie. I like it more than Final Cut, but that might just be because it's a bit simpler. I like simple things. I actually had to use Final Cut for my final video, but like I said, I'll have to make sacrifices. I had to send my film from iMovie onto Final Cut before I could edit it properly for some reason. Not sure why I had to, but I did. I think it's got something to do with the fact that my camera filmed it on film instead of digital, but anyway, yeah, I managed to do it eventually. Now, earlier on I promised you that I would give you the secret to my music, and here it is. An old song, a very old song. Get somebody to sing it, record their voice, put it on iMovie, and then give it an echo effect. That's the secret. An echo effect. Then you copy it 3 times, slow one of them down by 67%, and fast forward one of the other ones up by 23%, and then you can shred them together on Final Cut, and we have the track that we all know and love. And the layers thing, that was such a lifesaver. I had no clue how to get the heartbeat effect and the 3 different voices all to sing at the same time until I figured out the layers on Final Cut. So happy about that Trinity part. Yeah, yes, very happy. So, audience info. A few other people were using some programs to email to everybody else, but that just seemed overly complicated. I just typed up a few questions, printed out a bunch of copies, and handed them out to people, and then typed up the results. Simple. Efficient. Bit of a waste of paper, but you can't have everything. Now, a scanner. Speaking of a waste of paper, scanners. Never used a scanner before. Probably never going to use it again, but I used it to upload my storyboard. Unfortunately, I did have to use Photoshop for this one before I could put it on Final Cut for my commentary, but yeah. Damn, it would have been so much quicker on Paint. Paint is the future. So, overall, I learned how to use technology, and I learned I don't like technology, and it certainly doesn't like me. I doubt I'll ever use most of it again, except maybe Prezi. That was quite nice. But one thing I will do is appreciate the time that people put into this, and I will also think them silly and stupid for not doing it in a much faster way. Paper. So, yeah, ta-ra, toodle pip, ciao, toodles. Oh, there's a bit of a lag between my voice and the video here, so it's just going to be my voice that you get to hear. I'm going to need to leave this film for another minute or 2 just to make sure that it captures all of the voice. So until then, you can just watch me trying to do a different question.